I'm Diana Marks, reporting from Space Coast, Florida. And I would like to be a reporter. I think I do have the qualifications. I do have a wall of these. And those are 3/4 inch tapes for broadcast tapes for those that don't know what that is for my public access show. And the show was basically a show to awaken people also. So, here's your special report for today. Now, also on the Watchers, I'm trying to not be so. I'm insanely mad at what I read on the Watchers today. So I saved the best crap for last. Artificial burger meat successfully grown in vat of bovine fetal cells. Looks like something out of the X-Files. So artificial hamburger meat, you're growing that. You can't even, heads up scientists. I mean, those that, maybe it does take a rocket scientist, but not really. Do you understand that so far scientists couldn't even create artificial sweetener? You can't even create artificial sweetener without having adverse effects to humans. What do you think? What the hell's going on with bovine fetal cells? So you're gonna make some kind of hamburger meat that's gonna do what? You already you made sweetener out of bacteria duty. You realize that, right? You made sweetener, your Splenda, your Equal. It's made out of bacteria duty. And people are getting sick from it. And you know it. And as a pharmacy tech, I read the back of the Equal box. I read the back of it. Myself and the pharmacist and a bunch of us read it. And it said, ooh, if it heats up, it can cause neurological problems, seizures, and all that. I remember that. I saw it myself. I saw it. Jeez, what's going on with you guys now? Why don't you first try to make like a good sweetener, an artificial sweetener? We can't even get rid of the fleas and roaches. You know that? We really can't. You have not even been able to eradicate that. So who are you to start, you know you can do it, but should you? Because I'm going to tell you something. Now, this is, usually I don't rant like this. But let me give you a little bit of my background, even though I look like an idiot with 2 teeth missing right now. But that'll be fixed, and I'll have a bridge put in, hopefully by the end of the week. Let me tell you, well, here's my credentials. Masters of Gerontology, Masters of Health Administration, Bachelors of Health Services Management. So, I might seem like some kind of idiot, right? But let me tell you, after I've been going to school, I was going to be a chiropractor at one time, too. I've had the organic chemistry, microbiology. I've had all that. So let me tell you something. And I know it's not just me. No, let me give you the wake-up call. You're doing all these things, but I still look online, and I see that there are people starving all over the place. Am I wrong? You can't even cure the problem with people starving all over the place. That's number one. How come you haven't ended world hunger? Number 2, why is there still cancer and diabetes? And why is some of that crap caused by some of the scientific wonders that you have created? Why hasn't that been cured? Why are you moving on without curing? Let's say you can't cure it, but to block it so that people don't get these things anymore. Do you understand? Who are you to move on and get funding for other projects when you still haven't cleaned up the mess, technically speaking. You haven't cleaned up your room. You see what I'm saying? So you can't go out and play. You can't go out and try to discover new things and do things till you fix the other problems going on here. Also, Fukushima. What the hell difference does it make what kind of meat you can do when you can't turn off the radiation basically down the street? You see what I'm saying? This is really pissing me off. I'm reading all this stuff. Why isn't the funding going towards stopping the radiation at Fukushima? There should be no other funding anywhere till you get rid of the damn radiation that's going on right now. Because no matter what you discover, you'll die from cancer anyway from the radiation. You ain't going to be around long enough to see what's going on with all your stuff. And we won't get into the other stuff that I also have. I have a whole bunch of, I have a slew of degrees. I've been stuck in school for like 30 years. All right? So let me tell you something, you know. Let me talk to my peers out there. First of all, you got to stop the radiation that's going across from Japan to the United States to over in Europe. That's number one. That's number one, because it's not going to make a bit of difference what the hell you discover and what you can do, because we won't have the foundation behind it to back it and use it, because everything else is getting destroyed. That's your X factor right there. That's factor X. That's gonna jump in and ruin all your discoveries anyway, because we aren't gonna live to see that. Do you understand? You getting what I'm saying? The whole world is worried about Fukushima. Do something about that. That's number one. Number two, cancer and diabetes, that was supposed to be gone years and years ago. You see what I'm saying? So if you can't disable and stop the you can't prevent, like with preventative medicine, if you can't prevent diabetes onset, Alzheimer's onset, you understand? Bacteria now that's all resistant. If you can't even do that, don't move forward and try to do other things that's going to screw up the whole world. Do you understand? The writing is on the wall. It's right in front of you. You've seen it all over TV, and those that have traveled the world, they've actually seen the writings on the wall. What are the writings on the wall, Diana? Well, if you go look in ancient Egypt, you can see they cloned. You can see half animals with, and then human bodies. They had that technology thousands of years ago. Where are they now? Where the hell? Where are they? Is there anybody left from that era of great technology back in Egypt? You can see the airplanes on the wall. You can see the helicopters. You can see even further down the line, look like something from the movies. The little space cars going around. That's probably the flying cars. It's all on the walls. The writing's on the wall. Do you understand that this planet, it's like the big toe theory. You're going to keep going along and along till natural selection will have to take our civilization out because you're out of control with not fixing the problems. Do you understand? I have so much to try to convey to you, but I don't know if you're on the same level as I am. You know what I mean? I got a couple doctorates too, and I'm also a reverend too. So let's just keep going. Let me tell you something. This is going to